Don't know whether how I answer this question to a colleague graphic designer is the best or it's not. But he asked me a lot of questions and I really gave him answers. So I just want to find out from you people as to whether how I answered is the best way to go. So a colleague met me in town. He's a graphic designer. I am also a graphic designer. And he asked me, wow, Mr. DS, I've been seeing your designs and your designs are very eye-catchy, amazing. Wow. And I said, yeah, it's all about training. And he said, he asked me this first question. Did you ever fall in love with a colleague graphic designer designs? And I smiled and I told him, well, I admire people's design, but I trust myself, and I believe in myself. So no, I just answer him, no, even though I like people designs too, but I believe mine is the best. I said, okay. So he went ahead and asked me a second question as to whether which software is the best for graphic design. I told him, graphic design is not about software, it's about your creativity and your willingness to really learn. So I told him now, it's about your creativity. Any software at all, you can use it to achieve a very good and impactful design, of course. So he said, really? And I said, yeah, don't doubt me. People don't use Photoshop, but they are able to achieve good designs. People use their mobile phone, even Android phones. Android phone people underrate. People use it to make a huge amount of money. He said, wow. And I said, yeah. I started by using Android phone. So it was through that I got to learn all of the basics and the principles of graphic design. So to me, there's no perfect software for graphic design. The only perfection I know is yourself and your creativity. How serious you are with your creativity. That is the only perfect thing. If you feel like yes, you want to be a pro in graphic design and you decide to learn the in and out of graphic design with your mobile phones by using Pixel Lab, you're good to go, right? Somebody may be using Photoshop and he doesn't know how to go about certain things in Photoshop. Yes, it is true that you cannot know every corner of the Photoshop, but people, well, let me stop that. So the second question he asked me was that, okay, the third question, sorry, the third question he asked me was that, how do I get clients? How do I get a client or a customer to like my designs and maybe hire me to do a design for him? I smiled and I said, yes, you have to advertise yourself. And before even advertising yourself, make sure that you are good at the job. Make sure any design that you design, people will like it, or your client or customers will actually like it. There's a difference between customer service and customer satisfaction, right? So when you get those things, you are good to go. So make sure that you are good at your work, then you can deliver as perfect as they wish. I cited an example like you can use your WhatsApp status, for instance, as a business platform. Advertise yourself there, advertise yourself in social medias, maybe Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and anywhere you think is worldwide. People are seeing it worldwide. People can see it, post yourself, but make sure that you portray yourself in those social media platforms very nice. For example, you are a graphic designer, you go ahead and save something in your DP, your grandfather's picture or something like that, or you have your DP is made up of three people's picture, or maybe you use an animal. You see, it's not advisable to use such DPs. It is not the best. And be consistent in your DP. Use one DP. Use one DP. What matters is that the value you are giving. Use one DP. He went ahead and asked me another question. Let me see if I can remember it again. But please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials. And don't forget to drop a comment for me as to where you are watching me from. We are all learning. And he asked me a question again. Can I remember it? Okay, he asked me, which of the font do you like most? I smiled and I told him every font is a font, and a choice of a font depends on the nature of the design. But really, I have a favorite font, and do you know that favorite font? When I mention it, people will say, wow, wow. And my choice of font, always that I use is Bibas font. I use it all the time and I like it. It is always fit for a design. Try it and let's see. And then he went ahead and asked me another question. Let me see if I can get it here. Okay, and the question is, do you trust online class? Do you trust online class? Yes, I use myself as an example. I was enrolled into an online class some years back, and through that, it has helped me a lot. I still depend on that platform for help in and out every blessed day. And I am building myself from that platform. So I told him nowadays it's good to enroll yourself in an online course because people don't have much time at the workplace. So they prefer using their leisure times doing online classes. So I think online classes is something good. Perhaps I have benefit from it. So online class is good if only the kind of person you are working with is a trusted person. You are good to go. Online class is good. So I also told him that as a graphic designer, if you, as you are growing up as a graphic designer and you want to grow, you have to sacrifice. It's all about sacrificing. If you don't sacrifice, you may not get opportunity. I once sacrificed myself to a company that I was designing for them. So I was just designing for them to make sure that yes, I built up my creativity skills. So I worked with them for about 2 years. Yeah, 2 years when I started. So I was designing for them in and out without taking anything. Because I have passion for graphic design, I love it. And when I'm designing, I am always happy. So I was designing for them without taking anything from them, building myself up and all that. As time goes on, I see that yes, my creativity has changed. I have built myself through that. So I decided to tell them that, oh, now I am a little bit busy at work, and I think if you can't, please hire me as your graphic designer and I'll be designing for you. Um, I went and met the manager and he said, okay, that is fine, but he will meet with his colleagues and they will discuss it. As whatever comes out from their meeting, they will alert me. And I said, okay. So I was there when the manager called me and told me, oh, they have agreed based on this. So in a month, I'll be designing a business flyer, call cards, and a lot more for them. And in a month, they will pay me this amount. I said, okay, fine, that is good. I am good with it. So let me also give you this, which has helped me, and I think it can help you too. And this is what I did. You know, you don't have enough money to set up a shop, and you are a graphic designer. I started working with the shops or those with shops. Mostly, I decided to survey the place and I observed that the designers, sometimes, most of them don't know how to design goods. They don't know how to design nicely. Their design sometimes look blurred. It doesn't look all that nice. So I went around all those cafes and then the designing places, and I told them that I am a graphic designer. I work in my work is basically on the remote. I stay home and I work. So if you won't mind, I would like to be a designer here, but I'll be at home. But I'll charge you and charge you either in a month, in a week, or per design. So all those I contacted told me that, well, they will agree in the basis of per design. So I told them, okay, per design, this is the amount I will take. I will take either X or Y. Then we'll deliberate. We'll settle at either X or Y. Then I'll go home, give my number to them, I call card to them, as and when they have designs and they think that they are busy and maybe if they even design, the quality of the design will not be much. They call me and I tell them that, okay, push everything to me, push the message to me. How do they want the design to be? What kind of design is it? Then I take the design on and I design it. Then I send it to them and then they send me my money. Be very careful on how you will send the design to them, right? Some are very wicked. Okay. So I started doing that small, small. I was almost working with 3 cafes. Later on, it became 7. So I started raising some amount of money to help myself. And I think if you also take this strategy, it will help you. We are all building up, and a good strategy is a good strategy for all designers. So, if you're a graphic designer, I think this is the best strategy for you. If you are busy and you don't have shop working and you work in the house or you do a remote job, it is good to just contact some of the designing companies or maybe, and depending on your location, as whether there's a design or a cafe around that place. So you arrange with them any design they have, or if they have more designs and they think there's no time for them, they'll push some of them for you to design, and then you also take something out of it. So I thank you for being with me here, and I appreciate your time. Here in Design Democracy Studio, we share designs ideas, how to build up ourselves. We design too, tutorials are posted here every blessed day, and news as well, political news too. So if you are interested, all you need to do is that click on or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials. See you next time, and I appreciate your time here. I hope you have gotten value from this video. Value from this video, please drop me a comment as to whether you like this video. This will keep me doing more for you. See you next time.